We bought the old house in October. It was cheap and it was ours. I never asked why the last family left in the dead of winter. My son Theo was 7 and he drew constantly, crayons first, then pencils. Houses, dogs, the three of us holding hands under a fat yellow sun. My wife Marin taped them to the fridge, ordinary drawings. The kind every parent saves in a shoebox and forgets about. The first strange one came in November. Our kitchen, but drawn from straight above, looking down as if the ceiling itself had eyes. Kids draw from imagination, I told myself. They don't worry about perspective. I almost believed it, almost. The next showed our staircase from underneath. The exact crack in the third step, the one only I had ever crawled beneath to fix. "Where do you see this from, buddy?" I asked. Theo didn't look up. "The high corner," he said. "I just draw the corners." Something cold moved through me and I laughed it off. I'm good at that. Laughing things off was how I kept my house calm. December came and the drawings came faster. Our bathroom seen from inside the wall, pipes in the dark, a water stain shaped like a hand. I went and checked. Behind the access panel in the black space between the studs, the stain was there. Exactly where he had drawn it. Nobody opens that panel, not Theo, not me, until that night. I sat on the cold tile a long time, not breathing right. I told Marin. She smiled the way you smile at a tired husband. "He's just observant," she said. "He's a smart boy." She wanted that to be true. So did I. I wanted it more than anything in the world. But smart boys don't draw the insides of sealed walls they have never seen. Every drawing had a doorway, every single one. A black rectangle somewhere in the frame, like a missing tooth in the room. And far back in each doorway, small as a thumbprint, there was a shape. "It's nothing," I told myself, "a smudge, a trick of his little hand." By Christmas, the shape had a head. By New Year's, it had shoulders. It was closer in every new picture, always standing in the door. "Who's the man in the doorway, Theo?" He frowned like I had asked something obvious. "That's not a man, Dad, that's who's looking." I didn't sleep that night. I lay listening to the house tick and settle. Every settle sounded like a footstep, finding the next board, coming closer. In January it got worse. He stopped drawing rooms. He started drawing us. Marin at the stove from above. Me on the couch from above. Always from above, always from a corner where no person could ever stand. And always that shape in the doorway, nearer now, patient, watching us live our lives. I found the previous owners online, a family of 4. The local paper said they had moved out suddenly one February, years ago, and never came back. One line stuck in my throat. A neighbor said the youngest boy had filled 3 notebooks with drawings before they left. 3 notebooks, so I went looking. In the attic, under the pink insulation, I found them. 3 spiral notebooks, soft and swollen with damp. I should not have opened them. I opened them anyway. The same house, our house, drawn from the ceilings, the walls, the floors. The same black doorways, the same shape, and in these it had learned to stand. The last notebook ended mid-page. The final drawing was that family asleep in the master bedroom, seen from inside the room, from the foot of the bed. And I understood what closer had always meant. The shape was never approaching the house. It was approaching the doorway, and once it reached it, it would step through. My hands were shaking. I sat in that dusty attic and did the math no father should ever have to do. For that family, it had taken one winter. We were halfway through ours. I wanted to leave that night, I swear I did. But it was January, the roads were sheeted in ice, and Marin said I sounded unwell. Maybe I was. So I stayed up to watch Theo draw. He would sit on the floor, eyes half closed, his hand moving like it wasn't quite his. Calm, empty, somewhere else. "Stop drawing it," I begged him once. He looked at me with such gentleness. "I have to, Dad. If I stop, it can't see, and then it gets scared." "Scared of what?" I whispered. Theo smiled. "Of the dark, same as us." Then he turned back to the page, to the doorway, to the shape. That was the night I started locking his door from the outside. God forgive me. I told myself I was keeping something out, not keeping my son in. The next morning, a new drawing waited on the kitchen table, our bedroom. Marin and me asleep, but seen from the doorway, from inside the room, from a place no one had been standing. But the shape was gone. The doorway in the picture stood empty. For one foolish second, I felt relief, and then I understood why it was empty. The shape was not in the doorway anymore. It had finally come through, out of the picture, out of the wall, into the house. My legs went out from under me, and I sat down hard on the kitchen floor. The hand that had drawn this was mine. I ran to Theo's room. The lock was still turned from the outside. He was asleep, curled small, a pencil still in his hand. The page beneath him was blank. "Did you draw the one on the table?" I asked when he woke. He shook his head, slow and sad. "No, Dad," he said, "you did." I laughed the laugh that fixes things. It fixed nothing this time. "I can't draw, buddy. You know I can't even manage a stick man." "You don't draw with your hand anymore," he said, and he wouldn't look at me. "You draw with your eyes now. That's how it sees out." I went to the bathroom and gripped the sink and made myself breathe. In the mirror, I looked like me, tired, unshaven, afraid, just me, only me. But I could not remember walking to our bedroom doorway the night before. I could not remember standing there at all, and yet somehow I knew that I had. I knew the exact angle, the foot of the bed, Marin's hair fanned across the pillow. My own empty side of the mattress seen from the door. You only know how a room looks from the doorway if you have stood there, looking in. I had stood there looking, and I had no memory of it at all. That week the drawings kept coming, and Theo kept saying I made them. I would wake at the kitchen table with a pencil warm and used in my hand. Pictures of my wife, my son, always from the high corners, the empty doorway waiting in everyone. I understood, finally. I was the corner now. I was the thing in the door. So I stopped sleeping. If I stayed awake, I thought I couldn't drift up to the corners. I couldn't look down from the ceilings. I was wrong about that. Last night I tried to test it. I sat in the dark with a pencil and a blank page. And I told myself very simply, draw nothing, just draw nothing. I closed my eyes. I felt the cold come up through the floor, into my hand, and then up behind my eyes. I felt myself rise slow into a corner. And I saw our bedroom from above. I saw Marin sleeping. I saw the foot of the bed. I saw the doorway, and I saw who was standing in it. It was me, standing in the doorway, looking down at my sleeping wife with a face I almost recognized. Holding very still, learning how to wear it. When I opened my eyes, the page was full. My hand had drawn all of it, the room, the bed, the doorway, the man standing in it. I looked a long time at that man's face. It was getting harder to tell where it ended, and I began. I went to wake Theo to tell him we were leaving tonight, ice or no ice. His bed was empty. His door was still locked from the outside. On his pillow lay one last drawing, his room seen from the doorway, Theo asleep. And in the corner, in small, careful pencil letters, 3 words, now it's your turn. I am writing this at the kitchen table. There is a pencil in my hand that I did not pick up. And the bedroom door is open.